Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Sunday night stream. I hope everybody had a lovely weekend. Apologies for the slight delay. Good evening Arthurs, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, hope you're doing well. Oh, we've got an Oreo coming in as well, so let's pop on your camera. Here comes Oreo, come to join in. Dado, good evening. Oh, flicking your ears there, are you? Yeah, okay. Let's just turn your camera up. Not quite enough, there he is. There we go. No problem, Arthurs. Valostra, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Happy weekend to you all. I hope you're all doing well. Lots of sales, I hope, with everything that's going on with the gold making world. Sub badges. Yay, Danny, we have sub badges. Quite busy today with that spreadsheet. Ah, excellent. How's it going? It's good fun doing spreadsheets, I must admit. I do like the old spreadsheet. Very good, excellent. Good to hear it. So things tonight. Well, obviously we're going to be checking the mail. I've been having a little bit of a play with my enchanting, and I've upped my stock levels, and I need loads and loads of gloom dust and umbra shards. So I'm going to have to do a fair amount of type spray bracer shuffling. Sold quite a lot today, but can't get the sinister thing really to work on your spreadsheet. Oh right, Arthurs. In terms of you were talking earlier about the numbers and the fact that the ledger reported 2, wasn't it? I haven't had a look at that yet, but we can have a look at that as well. I wonder what TSM actually reports on those, and whether it counts it as 2 or not. But let's have a look at, I guess we'll look at the mailbox first and foremost, because I know I've had loads of sales. I've been able to restock most times, so I've got quite a lot on, I think. So let's have a look, and let's move the chat window up a little bit higher so we can see that. There we go. Good evening, Wallon. How are you? How's your weekend been? Hope it's been good. Right, we need to go to the guild bank, really. Oh look, there's another Brutosaur down there. Who might this be? Not anyone I recognise, but let's go over to where the guild bank is. My old favourite mailbox. Run through here. That's not you. Hey Nix, how are you? Very good. Excellent. Good to hear. And Sensors, how are you? Hope you had a good weekend. Gonna go check our mailbox first. I don't think I've got any expires, so I'll have another check. No, it is sales. So we have 154 in the mail at the moment. Page 1. Now it's covered slightly by the chat window, so let's just move that up a little bit higher. There we go, now we can see everything. So page 1. Good evening, Crazy Pink Iguana, how are you? Still working on restocking. Your auction house is out of mats you need. I've got a feeling I'm going to be in a very similar position myself with Samadan, because I'm making so much tie spray braces now just to get enough gloom dust and umbra shards. Good evening, Gwylyn, how are you? So I've got a feeling that things are going to run out. It's hard to get mats. Or maybe we should do that. Maybe we should look into something like a 2x4 farm tonight on stream. See if we can get some materials in for some tide spray at least. I'll have a look at that later, I think. Nitsu, how are you? Hail Traveller indeed. Thank you all for stopping by tonight. So we're looking at Spice Snapper, Swampfish and Chips, Mark of the Frostwolf we sold there, a couple of shirts, or just one shirt actually, Sinister Cloak, and then Binding of Versatility, Glorious Stats, Binding of Strength, lots of Silkweave Satchels here, another Sinister Cloak, another Sinister Cloak, Sinister Pants, some food, a whole load more shirts, and then Bountiful Feast. We actually have some expires here, so let's take those off the list, and we'll let that reset through in a little bit more. Okay. Good evening, Ballsy and Mushy. Took a while before the Twitch warned you. Yes, sorry everyone, I was a little bit later today. Me and my daughter have been reading Aragon, and it got to a climatic point, so we wanted to make sure we had everything finished up before we started the stream. Colin, how are you? Have an issue with TSM. There's a command line to delete the operations. Is there a command line to delete the operations? You think there is a bug? I'm not sure of a command line for it. Maybe do it the other way around. Go live and then Discord tweet. Okay, I could try that. Yes, I'll sort something out, Mushy. Maybe that's a better order of things. I'll prepare the texts and get that sorted. Let's just see what else we've got. We've got another 16 seconds on this. I'll let that run through. See if there are any more expires. Do I have any general selling rules for things I haven't made distinct groups for? As in, like, we've got a few more expires here. Let's get rid of those first. In terms of like a generic group, I've got one called Specials that I put a few things in. Where are we at here? This one. I go right down to the bottom here. I got one called Specials where I put a few specific things in there. Recipes and patterns and things like that. And the same, I've just got an average region and DB market one without the craft minimum on it. That's what I tend to do. Sun got you there, everyone says, really enjoyed them. Excellent, Crazy. Yeah, I'm really enjoyed. We're just finishing up the first book now, so we're looking forward to reading the other ones. Got the next one arriving tomorrow, so it should be really good fun. Trying to dump the garbage you collect in the world that isn't worthless but could sell for more than vendor. I mean, I've also got this one, which is my transmog one, which is kind of similar. Transmog region average, and that just has old world region average, which is, for me, I just go 50% DB region market, 300% DB region market, or 110%. So I use the region market for that and literally just put it on for that. You could even just put this down quite a bit lower, you know, even less percentage of the DB region, just to try and shift it. That might be worth doing. I might do that myself at some point. Okay, lots of things are expiring here, so let me just see what else we've got coming through the mail. More expires. So what I'll do then is I'll pick up this lot before this lot comes. Actually, no, I'll let that come through, and then I'll get the next lot before it comes through. So we're at 46,000 gold at the moment. I accidentally use the link function on an auction operation. It was already linked, and now you can't open any of the operation to edit them. Oh, right. Okay, Data, I'm not sure exactly what you can do there. From a Discord, let me know if you have any more questions on your Velcro process. Okay. You can open a new profile in TSM setting, and it should reset your operations. But how would you get hold of the other ones? You could copy them in and try that. Yeah, that's a good idea. You could try that. Scared on how low the cost is now to craft things. Could be that much on expire. Wave, how are you? Yes, I was around this morning relisting things, so it shouldn't be that much. Yeah, there we go. Red Tail Loach is just the one there. So now we're left with 44 of the mail. Okay, coming through, 47,000. We're nearly going to refresh again, so I'll let that run through. You're trying to use the export, but it's not working. Okay. I'm not sure how to fix that one. Maybe keep an eye on me. Maybe try asking on the WoW Economy Discord of the TSM. They might be able to help out with something there. Certainly. No, definitely not. Love your simple approach. Did something like average min buyout DB region market, just for dumping things that aren't grouped. Yeah, something like that. Anything that just makes sense and gets rid of it, I think would be fine in that sort of situation. Let's pick up this first lot, 53,000, and go through that. Good evening, Innets. How are you? How's your weekend been? Hope all's been good with you. Since a few weeks, I can't see me online with Battle.net. Yes, I think I've got it down to invisible at the moment. Not for any specific reason other than just basically convenience. But I can always pop it on You should be able to see me live anyway, I think, when I'm online. But that will help in terms of knowing when I am live. And, oh wow, page 2 is 113,000. So we had 53,000 from that. So that's 166,000 so far, with another 9 mails to come. What have we got here? More enchants, lots of enchants. Now I have been reposting enchants on, as Nix was saying, I was on earlier today. Sinister Gear, enchants, Hexu Bag, Red-tailed Loaches, that was a turn in yesterday. Swampfish and Chips. Quick and Deadly Navigations, lots of those, lots of quick navigations there, and Versatiles there. There's some good prices on them actually. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's take those sales. He doesn't like us. We have a way to communicate. I can definitely put it on. I'll sort that one out for next time. It's certainly not that I don't like you, of course. And the last lot, 9 mails, is Swampfish and Chips, another 10,000. So 170 odd thousand there in the mail since Friday night. Very happy with that. A Pact of Haste, more Swampfish and Chips. Let's open all of those. Beginning to think your server just sucks economy-wise. Not necessarily, it all depends on what you've got. Bingo, thanks for taking it easy after the Ironman challenge is over. Is it over? Okay. How did you get on? How did Kuhn get on? I know he was second last I saw. And you can't whisper me useful information if I'm offline. Like sell your Sand Swifter. Oh right, I didn't realise that you couldn't do anything for it, because you can normally whisper me in-game though. But next time I'll make sure it's on. There's no reason for me to keep it off. Okay, so after that very nice mailbox, we've got a few things that did expire. So let's pop those on next. And we'll go through those. And then we've got a few more things to restock on. I'm not sure how much we've got though. You ended in second, and you got up to 4th. Ah, excellent. Horde Druid 1. Ah, well, congratulations. It sounds like it was a fun thing to do. He stopped playing 3 hours before the end. It's a bit worn out, I imagine so. Right, how do we get on here with this lot? 6,400. Sinister Gear's all looking good. Shirts are fine. Flower and Fusaka. Dress shoes. And Admiral's hat. Okay, yep, I'll pop all those on. See what they come out at. Done with those. Running Swiftness. That seems to be, must be a turn in for that. See if we get any sales of that. So how are we looking? We still have a load of Tide Spray here and a load of nylon thread. So we do need to make a whole load of braces. So we'll probably do that, because I was in the middle of setting up some enchants and I had a whole list here ready to do. And the Pact of Haste, we've got 7 of those. That needs 105 Gloom Dust on its own. So we've got a lot of restocking to do here. So let's clear this and do a fresh one. Now that we've picked up our sales, just double check my auctions. A couple of things are about to expire there. Not too much worth worrying about at the moment. So we'll have a quick look here before we go anywhere else and check on the BFA mats just to see if there's anything cheap going on at the moment. It was a lot of fun, but be in the next one whenever it will be. You're on Stonewall US. Oh, okay. What kind of population is that one? He was 3 hours behind. No way he could have caught up. That's fair enough. Linked with four other servers. Wow. Okay. That's quite a lot. I don't know what that does really. I'm not exalted with any factions. I'm not exalted with any of them yet. I think I am literally just down to, where's my... That Veil Crystal looks quite cheap actually. 499. I might have to buy some more of those because I got them quite expensive earlier. Let's get another 100 of those. And let's take that as well, because I know I'm going to use these Veiled Crystals up the rate I've been going through them. There we go. So let's have a look at where I'm at faction-wise.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
So I am at Revered with most, still honoured with Champions of Azeroth, still nearly there. Got 1,500 to go, and nothing quite at Exalted yet, definitely. Jabba Laws, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Don't know if Stonewall's mid pop, okay, but not sure where to check. I guess Realm Pop is the best one at the moment. Oh, even vanilla and stuff. Oh yeah, there's, what have you got? Classic. We have Gilneas Exalted, Stormwind Exalted, and probably, what have we got? Burning Crusade, mainly honoured. With Shattrath we went with the Scryers, so we're honoured with the Scryers. And then Wrath of the Lich King, the highest we got is honoured. Revered there, Valiance, is that Valiance or Valiant Expedition? And Catra I don't expect will have anything decent there. No, just honoured there. And Pandaria. Oh, we actually have Exalted with Pearlfin Jinju. That's one we've got. And Warlords of Draenor, nothing. And then Legion we did alright actually. Legion is when we actually played a lot of the expansion. So we've got Exalted with most of those. Doing very well, thank you, Anno Jodas. We're just going through and just checking my reputations. And Daniel, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. The mailbox was very good, thank you very much. Since Friday we managed to get in about 170,000 gold. Realm Pop saying it's a high pop server, but it doesn't feel like it. Oh, okay. I guess it depends on how many active people are on at the moment, doesn't it? And what kind of level they are, and what kind of things they do as well. That all dictates on what's going to happen with the market. Right, so let's have a look at this. We've got these that were about to expire, so let's just take those off and put those back on. Might as well clear all of those out. There we go. And then open up all our purchases of the Veiled Crystal. We wanted those. And then we'll repost those on, and then we'll look at what we need restocking wise, which is going to be huge. I know that much, because I've upped my numbers for selling things. It definitely feels dead. Are you on the same one, Sensors? Well, that might explain it. It's 63% Horde and 36% Alliance, and your Alliance. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that could explain it. And then that will affect your Sinister gear if you're selling any of that, because obviously it's faction dependent. Nothing else usually is, but that is one of the things that is. Alright, that's gone. That's gone. Right, so let's start with... Can we do 100 bracers to get the ball rolling? Yes, we can. Okay. Let's start with that and create those. And we'll run through and we'll get our spreadsheet up. We'll add to this. Now, Earthen already has a load that needs to be scrapped. So we'll go over and clear Earthen's lot before we send this lot over. The main thing for me here is getting the Gloom Dust and everything else. So I'll do these, then I'll swap over to Earthen. Then we'll check on what we've got left here. And then we'll go from there, I think. Yeah, that's one of the things you've been trying to sell. Yeah, so with only 36% of the market, that will affect your sales, definitely. Excited to see your live stream for the first time. Oh, well, welcome, Stevie B. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. So, but it is high pop, so it should still be 70k or so. Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, where's the 70k number come from? I wonder. It all depends on how many you get, really. Hypothesis 210k and higher. Oh, right, okay. Right, I see. Good evening, Marsbear. How are you? How's your weekend been? Hope you're doing well. Orio's about to roll over. Hello, Oreo. Alright, going to do some tide spray braces. Get the blues and the greens split out. And then we'll see if we can craft something. Let me bring up my spreadsheet whilst that's being crafted. Let's have a look. Bracer numbers. I've got Mushy's numbers in from earlier. Your 400 has gone in here. So I'll add in another row. We're pretty much getting a decent average now with most of this now. So we've got a good range of figures, which is really good. So another 100 braces. Done. And how does that look in our bags? Let's reset the new ones. So that will be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blues from that. So 16 blues, which leaves me with 84 greens. And then let's disenchant these ones. Oh, hold on. Have I got Umbra Shards on me at the moment? Let me just double check. I've not got any hiding anywhere. No. Okay. That's just the Veiled Crystals. Okay. Let's go through this. Oh, inventory is full. Oh, really? Oh, this is going to be annoying. Okay, so some of those are going to be mailed to me now because I've gone over my amount, which is going to be difficult now to work out the numbers on this. Okay, let's scrap the numbers. We'll have to come back to this and do this properly. Hold on. We'll have to abort those numbers and just do what we can here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll clear the greens because we can do that easily. We'll just send those off to Earthen. There we go. And there's our extras coming in there. So let's go through and mail selected groups. Actually, that's probably not too many, actually, looking at that on the inbox. If that's all it is that we overspilled on, let's salvage this. We can do this. Hold on. Let's just clear some space. Now we're really low on tide spray. That's getting quite worrying. So let's just move over a lot of enchants here. We've got some cooked food. What do I really need to clear out here? I think I'll pop those in the reagent bank if I've got room. Let's just have another look here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of room here, so let's pop in that, and that. And those Veiled Crystals can go in, and the Blood of Sargeras can go in. And everything else can stay. Oh, actually, no, let's do that in. Oh, we can't do Enchanting Vellum, it doesn't go in there. And then in here, we can go and put in some fish, because I saw some fish. There. Those can go in. That gives me a little bit more space. Food really needs to go somewhere, so what we'll do is leave that for now, pick up the extras, see what we're left with, and see if that is enough. Let's collect up those 5. So those were the extras, which means if we reset the new ones now, that should be enough. We should have 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we've already disenchanted one, wherever that Gloom Dust and Umbra Shard went. Where will that have gone? That should get mailed to me at some point, I would have thought, rather than disappearing into the ether. So that's going to be interesting. Okay. Maybe we can't salvage this one. Weekend's been going very well, thank you, Marsba, until I messed up all my stats on this one. You made it to 2.5 million this weekend on the Longboy Ground. Well, halfway there, Stevie B. That's excellent. Excellent indeed. Right, you know what? I'm just going to leave this one. For the sake of just carrying on, let's send this lot over. And we'll just go through this and just collect up what we got. I'm sure we'll be doing plenty more tide spray braces in the near future, so we'll just collect up what we can from here. There we are. Mailbox is really good, thank you very much. 170 odd thousand since Friday, so really happy with those numbers. Now obviously I had been on Saturday at least a few times to cancel and relist and restock, which was really useful in terms of the enchants. So that's kept the sales of those flowing. I've also upped the number of enchants I'm doing, which is why I'm doing all these tide spray braces at the moment, because I need to have a good stock of things on when I'm not around, so hopefully I can just keep the sales coming through. So I've had to fiddle with my numbers, and the better selling packs and weapons, I've got quite high numbers on those now, like 6 and 8. So what I really need is lots of veiled crystals, lots of umber shards, and lots of gloom dust as well. Did that go through? Don't think it did. Still got a few there. Fire Flash, Peerless and Quick Blade. Send. Let's move that across. That one, and that one. That can go over to Earthen. Send those. Right. So first and foremost now, what we need to do is go over to Earthen and sort that out, because he's got loads and loads of tide spray to scrap. So we'll go over there, and we'll also have a look at his sales, see if he's got any sales on the Sinister gear. See if you can add on that one. You mean only relist at 6 AM? When I'm up early, then it's good to relist then, definitely. Will Webster, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Am I looking to do the Veil Crystal Leatherworking Shuffle on Earthen? What's the Veil Crystal Leatherworking Shuffle? Hook Point is an amazing farm. Yes, that's where I'm thinking of going. We might do that later if people are up for it. Maybe we could set up a little stream 2x4 farm if there's enough EU Alliance players. That might be something to have a look into. Hook Point's in Brawl, isn't it? In the sort of western corner. Thinking of getting back into WoW gold making after a break since BFA? Fair enough. Well, whenever the urge strikes you, you know, you're more than welcome to come back. It's always nice to see more gold makers. Right, let's see what we've got. We've got some expires, and then we've got a lot of stuff that I've sent through here. So let's take the expires out. We do have a sale of a Sinister gear, so happy about that. Let's go through those first. So expires done. So what do we have? Coarse leather greaves. Oh, we actually sold some coarse leather, so it does sell. That's the first one for 1,000 gold. That's worth doing. Sinister combatants, and then one lot of drums of fury. And we bought some diving suits that were cheap for 4 gold. So we'll keep those and put them back on when they're high. So very nice. 5,300. That will add to my gold. And then the rest is all tide spray. So what we'll do is leave that there. We need to clear out some bag space. So let's repost on our stuff first and foremost. And then we'll come back into that one. You sold 5 pieces of coarse leather today as well? Oh, excellent. Velvet Crystal Leatherwork Shuffle is tide spray braces on a tailor, sent to a leatherworker and scrapped for expulsum. Then crafting the 310 braces with leatherworking and disenchanting them on an enchanter, often the most cost-effective way to shuffle for crystals, when done with the rank 3 braces recipe. Interesting. Interesting idea.
Have anything ancient to trade?
I'd have to do the numbers on that to work out what you'd get. So we're currently at 20,000 gold, which is really cool. That's a good start. We'll keep on with this. We've got obviously a lot of stuff to scrap in a moment. So we'll post this lot on, clear our bank out a little bit. There we go, get rid of that.
Find anything exotic?
And then head on over to the guild bank, see if we can clear up some space. There we are. How much do you have as Veil Crystal cost? And do you make a string for it? You made it for leatherworking, you can share it here. Feel free to share it, Dado. I haven't got one for my Veil Crystal at the moment. My Veil Crystal at the moment is average buy price. That's what's doing me for the moment. Miscale, Tempest Hide and Raw Beast Hide is all really for Earthen, so let's just keep this in the bank, I think. If we can find some space. What's in the reagent bank? Old stuff. So we'll deposit what reagents we can here, and then we'll go back to the regular bank and we'll put in the rest of the stuff here, because we should still be able to access it. So /TSM, put mist and /TSM, put course. Did I do everything? That's raw. That's course. That's bloodstained bone. Okay. /TSM, put blood. /TSM, put raw. And then Tempest. There we go. And that course will just stick down there. That'll be easy. Okay, we've got a Sinister that didn't go through there, so we'll sort that out manually. What have we got there? Let's go have a look. Good evening, Itsy Misses. How are you? What do we got here? Veil crystals, you could make embroidered deep sea cloak at rank 3. Okay. I wonder what the cost would be on that one. Never knew those commands. Yeah, they're very handy. I wish they worked better for the guild bank and you could specify which tab they went in. That one's yours, Dado. So total average buy plus 8 average buy of that plus the map price of that. Okay, so that's for the bracer, is it? For Umbra Shard you have map price that, and Gloom Dust you have map price of that. Okay, interesting. Dual crafting rings, that's another thing actually. I'm not sure what my I wish I had a dual crafter.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Right, let's see what else we've got here bags wise. You can just clear this up. What's this? That's the skinning. Okay, that's fine. So what have you got here on this Sinister gear? 340 crafting cost. So that seems a reasonable price. What's my minimum on this one? Do we have one? It's in Sinister gear. Minimum is 3,700. Don't see anything that's not there for that one. Let's just post that on as it is, manually. It seems to work as it is. A couple of things that might be expiring here actually. A lot of things that are expiring. Let's go sort those out now. Let's go clear those. Otherwise we're just going to end up having things expiring and not being any use to us. That's a lot of diving suits. And a lot of coarse leather barding. Not sure I quite need it all on. Right, there we go. Right, let's clear that lot out. Repost that lot on. And then we can get on with the actual bracer scrap. So, cancels, coming off. For all this one. Dual crafting rings will be too expensive, will they? Oh, okay. It's Mrs. It was very good, thank you. About 170 odd thousand. So very good since Friday night. So it was a good weekend of sales. No way to tell what's going to be the turn-in tomorrow. Oh, and we've just sold some Sinister Combatants leggings. Ooh, very nice. Okay, let's go through and reload. No way to tell what's going to be the turn-in tomorrow. Exactly. So it could be anything. So having something on, like the coarse leather barding and the diving suits may help. Let's just get rid of these cancels, and then we'll post on the things we've got. Yeah, basically check the crafting prices on any and all epic items, and that will work. You can also do the search for it, can't you? What was that? 8,000, 8,500 in sales there. That was very good. Let's quickly get those other ones back on. We might get some more sales. Let's see how that looks. So we'll get all of those on. Coarse pauldrons, shimmer scale vest treads, coarse leather waistguard, all those things. And the sinister gear as well. And the drums of fury at 27 gold. That's good, 17 profit. Drums of the mountain, 27 profit. There we go. Now that won't include my coarse leather barding and shimmer scale diving suits, which I have a fair amount of both. And then that one's not gone on, Treads of the Fever Flare, because that's a negative value at the moment. Interestingly, crafting cost is that. Let's just have a quick look at that one whilst we're here. Because that one's at 119, so if we were to go on here, 1,200 would be fine. Let's post that on. There we go.
If you find anything exotic, bring it to me.
How do you guys in chat farm for Motes of Shadow and Primal Shadow? Good question. Does the Heart of Fear still work for most? Now, does the crafting cost apply to anything if you farm the items? If it's all profit at that point, right? Well, it is kind of profit, as in you've not spent any money, but you have spent time doing it. So that's something to think about, trying to put a value on your time. Trying to decide if you start afresh on a new server or continue with Argent Dawn. Interesting one, Will. Maybe try something new, see if it's fun, and if it's not fun, you could always go back, or try it the other way around, or do both, whichever you think is going to be most fun. Everything you don't buy in the auction house costs time, yeah, exactly. Hellfire Peninsula by the Gate for Motes of Shadow. Oh, Harmony. Oh, right, sorry, wrong one. Motes of Shadow. You like farming? Well, exactly. If you like farming, then stick with it, definitely. Leatherbreen, how are you? So I mainly stream gold making. Yes, that is the pretty much main focus. Although I will do other things as a side to that. I will do some questing for characters that need to level up, like this one, Earthen. I'll also do a bit of PvP and dungeons, or maybe even some sort of like farms if it's appropriate. So that's the main focus, and occasionally we will get a bit of Samadan story time, because I do a bit of reading as well. So there's a few different things there. But welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. You need like 25 primals by now. Okay. You're gonna start afresh. Okay. Yeah, it's fine, but it's certainly not free. Can you upgrade the inscribed trinkets up to 420? I don't know, Wave. Right, where am I at? Okay, Tide Spray, lots of. Some purchases there. Let's pick those up. Things we wanted to post on was, let's have a look. Coarse leather barding, let's have a look at that first. Oh, Azubin, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. We're just going through and posting on a few things here. So coarse leather barding, currently at 50, crafting cost is 120. You know what, I think I'm better off making a manual price for these. And the same with the shimmer scale. Or I do something like ignore minimum, but that's not really going to be enough of a margin for these. So if I was to take this, say like coarse leather barding, I don't want to put it on at this cheap price because that's way below my crafting cost, which is 120 gold. But if it does happen to be a turn-in, then I want to be up at this price, the 263 price, or something around that. throw it on for 300. Yeah, I mean 300, anything would work. I mean this, I'd go 250 for this quite happily. But what we need to do is have a look at this and see if we can set up a manual group for coarse leather barding. So coarse leather barding here currently has DB market crafting. We'll get rid of this and we'll set up a manual one. So we're going to call this coarse barding. I can't spell manual. Oh, something pinged there as well. Allrunner, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you to stop by. We're just going through and setting up some manual things here. So what we're going to do here is, I can't remember what the actual stack size for the hand-in for coarse leather barding would be. So in order to look that up, I'd probably look up on Wowhead for that. It changed. Inscription trinket starting text a fix at 355. Okay, I'm going to do a trinket that you think of as the alchemy one. Okay. Which goes 385 to 415 in 15 levels. Oh, okay. You had 2, 3 and 5 in the past. Okay, so what number do I use then? I could do them in 2s, or I can do them 2s and 3s. Yeah, 2s would make sense, or you could go singles, but then that would probably be prohibitively expensive. So if we do stack size to 2, and cap, I mean, how many have we got on us at the moment? 25. So if we set this to, I don't know, something large like 15, that should cover it. Allow a partial stack, why not? And then we'll go on to here, and for our manual prices, let's have a look at this. Let's make the bid a little bit lower, because that can be helpful. Not that anyone will really be bidding on this. And then we're going to actually stick in manual prices for this. So a minimum price. Looking at this, where do I want to come in at minimum? I would say 250 gold would be my absolute minimum. So I'm going to go 250 gold. Oh, something's just sold. What was that? Another Sinister Combatant's Waist Guard. Very nice. So then, if it's below minimum, I'm going to ignore auctions below minimum. And then my maximum price is going to be something like 500 gold, which I can't imagine it's going to be that. If it's at maximum, we'll post at maximum. And then normal, you probably can't see it down there at the bottom. Yes, you can, just about. That's going to be, let's say something like 260 gold, just slightly higher than my minimum. Or 300 gold, as Mushy said earlier, that would be quite a nice one. That's if none are on, though, which is going to be unlikely, I imagine. So we'll go for that manual one. So looking at my group now, coarse leather barding. You look at the tooltip here, min, normal, max, 250, 300 and 500. Nice even numbers there. So that's a good start. And then if we look at the diving suit, the same. So the shimmer scale diving turn-ins, here we go. Now we've got diving suit and diving helmet. Similar-ish prices. There we are. So have a look at that. Zanzaful, how are you? Wolverine popped on NA server a few days ago, and your Sinister Honourable gears have been increased. Oh, okay, Danny, that could be something similar for the EU side. And Gorgo, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend so far. We're just going through and setting some manual prices on these. So for something like this, again we want turn-ins. You know what? My same price that I use for the course might be useful in this one. McFrosty, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. So I might change that operation I just made, course barding manual, and I'm going to call it turn-ins manual. I'm going to use the same and see if those figures work throughout. Leather turn-ins. Leather turn-in manual. And we're going to use that for that coarse leather barding and for these diving turn-ins, just to see what kind of price we get there. So we're going to swap that one out and put that in as leather turn-ins manual. There we go. Have a look at that. Just reached your first million. Very proud. Oh, fantastic, Gorga. That's really good news. Let's see some chef's hats for Gorga. That's really cool. That first million is a very nice thing to have. Congratulations. Did I miss another one? Michael, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Apparently you need to change your buying mouse wheel macro, or make sure you're not in your shopping screen. Have a free spinning wheel on your mouse. Accidentally bought about 8,000 worth of tie spray linen. Ouch. You're on a different screen. Oops, Mysteria. Hopefully you got a good price for it though. Do I have ignore item variation tick for the sinister groups? Not at the moment, no. My sinister groups I'm doing individually. Because I'm sure people wanting them will probably want a specific thing. What I'd like to have is enough of them in each different type, so that I've captured the entire market with all the different variants. That seemed to work well with the honourable gear, so I'll probably do the same here. So let's go through and auction those on and see what we come out at. So we're ignoring the ones below our minimum now. And we're going to put these on for this higher price. Let's try that. I'll put all of those on. There we go. Right, okay, so how are we looking bag space wise? We should be fairly free. Yep, that's looking good. Just got some calcified bone there, that's fine. So let's, oops, wrong button. Let's go over here and collect up all of this tide spray. Going to be loads of it. Hopefully we can get it all in one go. 8k got you 895 pieces. Okay. So that sounds quite expensive. What does that work out at? Where's my calculator? Calculator. Let's move it over this side. 8,000 divided by 895 is 8.9 gold. Okay. So that's not too bad. Yeah, 9 gold. That's alright. Obviously, less would be better, but that's what happens when you scroll wheel the mouse. Especially if you're to freeze. Oh, inventory's full now. We didn't get it all in one go. I'll have to be careful of that actually, because we need enough room for all our other things. So let's just clear out a couple of these things whilst we've got some room. Otherwise we won't get the return on the expulsum and everything. So let's just pop a few of these away. I wonder what happened with that Umbra Shard and stuff. Okay, so calcified bone can go in. Mark of Honour. Let's put that in, and then that toughened leg armour, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Pilgrimage Scroll, Dirty Note, begins a quest. Let's pop that in for now. That gives me 3 slots. I probably don't need the Firewater as well actually. I'm not doing any farms of such like for a while. Salty Dog Crackers. Don't recall what those were for. Let's pop those away for now. Okay. So now we should be able to go to the scrapper and scrap away. Lag is so bad that the sushi sort doesn't work. Oh no. I haven't tried it in a while. Hopefully it'll be okay on my server. Right, what have you got here? Lots and lots and lots of tide spray bracers. So let's just queue this up. Let's get scrapping on this lot. Use it for a number of things. Really comes in handy. What was that for? Okay, for the time spray. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, we have to turn it into something else. So you don't want to see my gill bank. Yes, my gill bank might be a little bit messy. Sorry, Mushy. You're not going to come and join us tonight, or I'll just turn your camera off for the moment. There we go, then we can see the scraps coming in. We'll let this lot run through. Go back to Samadan and do some more crafting. Then maybe if people are up for it, we could maybe have a look at a 2x4 farm. See if we can do something with that. Got to restock on my enchants though, because that's where the gold is currently at, I think. I have a feeling. Control TV, how are you? Very good, thank you very much. 170 odd thousand, so very nice. Lots of enchants. That makes posting auctions fun. One spin of the wheel and it's all posted. Yeah, I can imagine. I've seen mice like that, where you can toggle between free spinning and clicky. So you can just like press a button and it goes into free spin mode, and then press another button and it goes back into clicky mode. You still have your 45,000 tide spray in your bank. Oh right, that's a lot. Oh, that's what yours says, is it, Mysteria? Ah, excellent. Yeah, I've just got a fairly cheap mouse, one of the clicky ones. Yeah, if you use TSM long enough, the scroll will definitely die. Nice number of errors. I'm not sure about that, so I'll just ignore that. You're just bad at remembering to click it back. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, we'll run through how much we got left. Another 67 left to do. Got no idea how much expulsum we're going to get from this lot. All linen and nylon. Let's put the bags up so we can see it coming in. There we go. 11 expulsum so far. Anak Runner, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. We're just doing a bit of scrapping at the moment. Trying to turn all our tie spray braces into something useful. Mainly expulsum. And then we're going to go over and make something useful with the other side of things with Samadan. Namely enchanting. Can't get your TSM to make a noise when you sell stuff. Yeah, it doesn't quite work at the moment, Arthur's. So I use a little add-on called I Sold More, and that does it for me. It's a little separate one. Just got into Enchanting the other night, and I've been waiting for me to stream. Excellent. Well, I've been revisiting my my Enchanting group this morning. I had a good old look at it, because I want to do the deep dive video very soon. So I've just gone through and I've just reorganised things slightly on Samadan. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a workout and see if there's anything I'm missing, and then I'll start on the video for that one. Oh, have I not got a command for that one? Try iSold, that might work actually. Obviously I had to put all my commands in again. Yeah, I haven't got that command unfortunately. I'll have to add that one on. I had to try and remember all my commands when I redid. Got it installed, excellent. We still got that one though, Mushy. I remembered that one. The hidden command. And we've also got the shout out command as well, so that works for anyone who streams coming in. Is it possible to make profit doing the bracer shuffle, just buying the crystals? Not sure you want to level leatherworking. Yeah, I imagine so. You mean the veiled crystals? Yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment, is just buying the veiled crystals. Inspire, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And now it's bedtime for you. Okay, Arthurs, well, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Right, we're going to go back to the mailbox and pick up the rest of our Tide spray, braces, and we'll finish off that lot. Right, there we go. Let's collect up all of these. I'll try and clear through all these as quickly as we can. I'm amazed I've got so much, to be honest. but I have sent a fair amount over from Samadan, so it's not surprising really. Now it shouldn't matter if I fill my inventory this time because I have got the 3 slots reserved for the materials, so that should work okay. Nihilus35, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Inventory is full, so we're going to have to go back for a 3rd time. Another load of bracers. Oh, we're nearly full on the old tie spray cloth actually, so let's go over that. Let's get another load of scraps going. Everything's fine on that end. Let's queue it all up and let's start scrapping again. Yeah, says inventory full. But that should be okay because these are things we don't need, I would have thought. I don't want to scrap these. Okay. Let's make a little space then if you really want us to make some space. Let's go through. Yeah, choking on that one is annoying. Yeah, very annoying. Okay, so do we have to have another 3 slots spare? Let's just do that just in case. Let's put the pilgrimage scrolls over, Mark of Honor and that. That should cover things. And we'll head on back. Set a rule in the bag to never use the last slot from the mail. Can you do such a thing? Have rules like that? How would that work? I learnt a new thing from Arthur's the other day about, this morning in fact, from linking your professions. I never knew you could do that either. No idea with Addy bags. Okay. I wonder if it's a TSM thing. TSM mailing perhaps. Whilst we're scrapping, let's have a look. Thank you for recommending Pierre. Very fun to watch the guy follow you. Excellent. Inventory mailing. Amount of bag space to keep free. Yes, you can. Look at that. Okay. Number 3, please. Oh, there's a mail complete sound. Didn't realise there was one of those. That could work. Let's try that. And let's carry on scrapping. Very handy. Thank you very much for the suggestion. That way it will stop me getting inventory full when I'm collecting up all those things. Just in case I need to. Okay, another lot scrapped. Slowly getting through this. Bear with me as I go through these. I didn't quite anticipate having as much of this to scrap in one go. I was hoping just to do a send over from Samadan, but obviously clearing all of this will help Erfan, especially with his, look at that, 31 expulsum. That should get me plenty. So we'll go through that lot, another, we've still got 83 left. Lots of Tide Spray and nylon back, which is quite nice actually, because that means we can turn it back into more Tide Spray and hopefully get some more blues, which is where we really want the Umbra Shards and the Gloom Dust to come from. I'm loving the pig mounts next to me here. What do I do with the Expulsum? I buy the crystals off the auction house. With the Expulsum, for me, I am using for my Sinister Combatant gear. I haven't quite got enough of everything yet on Erfan. We would like to expand on what he has, so we can generate some more sales on that. I like to up my numbers on that and the miss scale. With this much expulsum, we should be able to start doing that, as long as I got enough materials of the other things. Maybe we'll have a look at that afterwards. So much to do, so little time, as always. This is the other thing to bear in mind, though. With that price that I'm setting for expulsum and gloom dust and umbra shards, it's very tight on the profit margins in terms of, like, it's a very minimal amount of money per item, but it's not taking into account the time it takes to do all this scrapping and all the disenchanting and all the crafting of the braces. So time is money, as they say. It's the same as farming, so all this time spent doing this could be spent doing other things in the game. I mean, for me, I enjoy it, especially if I do it in small chunks. I still find it fun, but it's one of those things just to think about. So the main thing is Turbo Cub, thank you very much for the follow. What I would say is, where was my train of thought going on that one? With the gloom dust and the umbra shards, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not doing all of this just for a small profit at the end. So things like the Cultiran skinning, mining and herbalism yields still a profit at the moment at cheap prices, but it's only like sort of 5 or 20 gold. Whereas things like the pacts yield me a lot more profit, like 1,500 gold. So I'm trying to make sure that I have more of those on than the other things, which means that my time is spent more effectively because I'm getting more returns per umbra shard and gloom dust. That's kind of like the thinking on that anyway. Right, that lot's done. Got a last lot to do, and we'll run on over. Yay, shuffles, exactly. Right, last lot. Let's clear the mail. I don't like to have lots of things in my mailbox. And then we can maybe look at the Sinister Gear with all this expulsum, see where we land, and then come back to Samadan after that. Basically keeping everything stocked up. Oh, there we go. We got the audio cue as well. That worked. That's quite nice. Okay. You do love a lot of stuff in the mailbox when it's gold. Yeah, very much. World of Shufflecraft. It does get a bit like that, doesn't it? Okay, another 61. Let's just queue this lot up. And we can send the extra cloth and stuff back to Samadan as well. Sound seems a lot better today. Did I fix something? I haven't touched it at all, actually, Mushy. It must be just a weird fluke from whatever it was last time compared to now. Or it might be just the position of the microphone and my voice. It can vary a little bit. I find it difficult to keep up with the expulsum needs for all the Sinister Gear. At this rate, probably not, hello, because I've got 53 expulsum at the moment. I've got a feeling that at the moment it's the enchanting materials that I'm low on, because you only get a 15% of blues from all the greens compared to the greens. It's tricky. I've got a feeling with Earthen, who's doing both the mail and the leather, he might struggle, especially as he hasn't got all the rank 3s yet. We need to work. Oh, yeah, we need to do that, don't we? We need to do the Brawl quest. Got to do that as well. Video DX, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Oreo's come back. I'll leave his camera off at the moment, just whilst we sort out the rest of these scraps. It helps also if you have the higher ranks where you're not using as much expulsum. Yes, exactly, as Danny said. You have herbalism and alchemy on your main. What do you think of those, and should you change any which you want to change to? Not doing good with making gold of those. What about selling the raw herbs? Do you not find a lot going on with those? I haven't tried BFA alchemy. then try to collect all the PvP gear. Yeah, there's so much to do. Right, okay, so that's all done. 62 Expulsum. Huge amount of Expulsum there. So let's go over and send what we have over to... you don't want to go nuts. Here's Nix. How are you, Nix? Just going past, and groups send to Earthen. There we go. Nylon thread and tie spray linen going over. Send to Samadan, sorry, not Earthen. Right, okay, so... that didn't send across. Still got some in my bags. Let's try again. Let's do a reload and send it. See if that works. Oh, the sound quit and now it's back. Oh, very strange. You thought you were logged out. Okay, we're going to go through. Now you are, Nix. Just took a while. Okay, send, groups, mail. Now it's gone. Okay, that's sorted. Okay, so how are we doing? We have got some drums on already, so that should be okay. Let's have a look at what our restock groups tells us. Restock selected groups. 20 drums of fury, 1 coarse leather greaves, and a waistguard and leggings at the moment. So let's start with that. What have we got on our crafting? Let's just double check that for the Sinister gear. Have we got enough numbers on those? So Sinister gear craft. We have not everything. Arms, gauntlets, leggings, treads and waist. And we have 3 of each on those. The mail we have 1 of each. But we've only got the arm guards, gauntlets and treads. So we could probably have a look at this a little bit. Look at the arm guards, gauntlets, leggings we don't have. So we could queue one of those up. They're expensive because of the Expulsum. And treads we've got. And waistguard we don't have. So we could queue that up as well. Have one of those each. Oh, Oreo, let's pop your camera back on. Oops, locked that one. There we go. Just as he walks off. And then, have we got everything of the other one? Let me just double check that. Leather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have. Okay. So, crafting wise, we had 3 of these. I might up that slightly. Let's override this one. Let's try another one, 4 of each or something like that. So let's take our crafting of 3 of each. Let's make it up to 5 actually. Double that one. And then change this to 5 of each. And up this maximum restock quantity to 5. There we go. What did I miss on chat? Lots. Alchemy is good if you have rank 3. Proc rate is 1.4, so it reduces the crafting cost by that average for your real cost. But yeah, that's a good point actually with the proc rate. Good luck on the broadcast. Basically playing basketball. Grab a ball and dunk it into the opponent's basketball. Or stay and guard yours. Oh, okay. That could be fun then. I'll have a look at that one. You've had some huge lag. Oh, okay. That would explain why you were on there. Your server mats cost higher than the price of flasks and potions. Okay, so in which case it looks like selling the mats would be better off for you for the moment. Yeah, sell the herbs for now, as Mushy said. And wait until you can flip some casts. Oreo, get back. He's gone again. Right, okay. So that's on 5 of each. So let's go back over to the leather. Group operations. We're going to change this one to 5 of each. And then the mail, we can probably up that to 3 of each. Let's go all out for this. Which means that when we go and craft this, we're going to have loads of stuff in here. We want to do the mail here if we can. We need the hardened tempest hide for that. Now I do believe I don't have any on me. I've got the tempest hide. I need amber tanning oil, which means I then need to get on my mount and buy a whole load of that.
Greetings, sir,
which I'm sure we have here.
ma'am.
Where is it? Amber tanning oil. Let's get a stack of 600. Say yes to that. There we go. Oh, 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 check auction house. Oh, sorry. Oh dear. 4 silver it says on the auction house, whereas it's 2 silver 50. Let me just check. Hold on. We need a horn. Okay, let's go have a look. Amber tanning oil. Where is it? Shopping. Let's bring up my bags. Amber tanning oil. So vendor buy price is 2 silver. Currently going for 4 silver at the moment. Okay. Oh, not the oil, the Tempest hide. Oh, okay. Yes. We'll have a look at that. Let's go over. I'll take off raw beast hide for the moment. Let's have a look, shopping scan on that. There we go. Oh, thank you. You can see the two leather workers who are invested in my profits. Thank you both. So Miscale, coarse leather, calcified bones. Tempest hide is at 49 silver. Hardened Tempest is at 1 gold 95. So crafting cost is 56 silver. So it's definitely worth me doing it on this one instead. Tempest hide itself is quite cheap at the moment. Less than my average buy price, which is 54. So I'm going to go for this lot that's a little bit cheaper, lower my average down. So I'll take that, that, and that. The bloodstained bones are below my average. I'm sure I had my bloodstained bone as less than that at 14. But there we go. Let's have a look. Region average is, yeah, 2 gold 63. And Hardened Tempest is, region is 3 gold 54. Interesting. And the bloodstained bones are quite pricey as well. Yeah. Well, that's useful. I'll keep hold of that for now. Calcified bone is also cheap. Region market's 2 gold 20. Don't reset it yet, Nix. I want to just buy some things up. How much else do I need? Is what I'm thinking. Calcified bone. I've got 522. What do we need the calcified bone for, though? I have to be fast then. I won't rush into it. Feel free to go ahead if you like. I need to look at my leatherworking and what I need to actually make first before I go ahead and buy things. So looking at this, it's got too many bags open. Swap over to this. So Hardened Tempest hide, calcified bone, how much do you need? 10s, 20s, Miscale, and calcified bone. Okay, let's take some calcified bone at 41 silver, just so I can up my numbers of that from 500 or so. Let's take a few of those. The item was not found. Let's just go through up to say 60, shall we say, on calcified bones. That takes me up to 711. Coarse leather I've got 445 of, and Miscale I've got 1000 of, so I may need to go back to those. Bloodstained bones I'm not sure how much I'll need, so I'll leave that for the moment. You haven't flipped that much at the moment. Okay, you let me get it. Get them up to 70 on the Miscale. The Miscale's actually expensive at 18 gold. That's very expensive. The calcified bone, I could quite easily go up to 70. Oh, that's a good point actually. Then it jumps up to 1 gold here. So if I take everything up to the 1 gold mark, you would buy all the Miscale for that price. Do I really need that much Miscale? How much Miscale is there? Goes up, there's a stack of 7,200. 1 stack of 200 there. and 2 stacks of 200 there at that. So it's a fair amount. You completely sold out on your server. Yeah, that's the thing. Demand requires you to spend more. The whole supply and demand. Okay, so let's just pick up those purchases. We'll go through that lot. Check my inbox. Open up all of those. Another 40 odd in the mail. There we go. You can get on every turn in flip at the moment. Yeah, if you can. That's always a good one, isn't it? What you could really do with it, if you're going to do those, is do both Horde and Alliance, if you can find out from both. Yes, you do that. I like this bird, that's quite nice. Lizard does Horde, excellent. Excellent, so you got both sides covered. Okay, so we were doing leatherworking. We needed to make a couple of these mail things so we can add them to our operations. So we needed the hardened tempest hide there, which is going to be cheaper for us to make ourselves. So hardened tempest hide, let's make a whole load of this for the moment. We're not going to make all 600 here. We're just going to start off. Actually, what I could do with is some crafting gloves. So I can swap out between my skinning gloves and my crafting gloves. I don't have a spare set of gloves on me yet. Maybe I can buy something cheap that's recognisable. Does the enchant need something specific though? Would be my next question. I just need a few of these for the moment. Coltiran crafting, I wonder. Yeah, because we're going to do a lot of this. So let's just have a quick look at that. How much? What does the Coltiran crafting say? I'm not sure if that was the... Not sure if that was the right search string for it. There we go. It has the space in it. So Coltiran crafting. Permanent enchants gloves to increase the speed of crafting items from prime profession to Coltiran to Zanzilar. I mean, 4 gold 95 is really, really cheap. So what I'm going to do is just buy that rather than craft it. I mean, you could flip that and take anything up to 23 and do it and sell it on, but I don't think the sale rate of 0.12 is enough to really bother with that. So what I want to now look for is some gloves. If I've got some gloves. Don't think I've got any on me. Or I could make some gloves actually. I could make some coarse leather gloves. Why don't I do that?
If you find anything exotic,
that would work. Coarse leather gauntlets. Let's make a pair of these. And then let's go pick up that from the vendor. There we go. Not the vendor, from the mailbox. And then we're going to enchant those gloves. Where is it? Where's the gloves? These ones. Of course, there are gauntlets of the Fever Flare with Coltiran crafting. And then we'll put these on. We'll bind it to you. There we go. So now we've got skinning and crafting on here. So when I go back to doing Tempest Hide, oh, invite you in. Should be able to do that. Want to show off your bird? Okay. Here we go. Invite. There we go. Right. So let's try crafting now. Oh no, wrong thing. Stop. Making coarse leather arm guards. I wanted to do Tempest Hide. Whoops. There we go. Oh wow, look at that. That looks awesome. Very nice. Where's that from? Hold on, this deserves a screenshot. Oh, let's try that that again. Very nice. Very cool. It's from Firelands. Excellent. Very nice. No problem. Congratulations on your nice, lovely new mount. So going back to Hardened Tempest Hide, let's just make some of this. Not a lot faster. Have I got the right gloves on? Got and skinning. That's the arm guards. That was the extra one I made. And that extra one I made there. I have to do something with those. Probably scrap those, I imagine. I have no lag in Borealis. Interesting. I mean, it's going alright at the moment. So yeah, I'm alright with that at the moment. Right, okay, that's Hardened Tempest Hide for the moment. So we can make the two things I wanted to make. Probably. So the mail. Can I got enough for that? Should have. Let's just do a reload and try that again. Your lag in Orgrimmar is insane. It takes 20 seconds to open a mail. Ouch. Yeah, that's painful. Older Undercity. That's a good one. Right, so mail that. And mail that one. Okay. Master Draenor Crafter. Okay, so then we need to do in our groups, we need to go over and change the Sinister Gearcraft for the mail side of things with ignore item variations on. We'll add these two in, so we've now got all 5 different types of that, and we've got all 5 different types of that. And then what we need to do is a reload on that, and then we need to go and check on the different things we can make. Let's restock on both of those. So let's clear the queue and restock on everything again, and just double check, look at the auction house just in case TSM forgets what we've got on. So that's everything. We've got a couple of sales in there already, so let's go through and go to our group and do a restock. So now we've got quite a lot of stuff here. That's an awful lot of stuff. And what do we need to be able to do that? So we need Hardened Tempest Hide. We have 15. We need 219. Okay. That's going to take a little while. Let's start with that then. So Hardened Tempest Hide. We looked at buying it, and it wasn't any cheaper on the auction house, so it's cheaper for us to craft it. Amber tanning oil, we're going to need a lot of that. We do have 558 of it, so that's good. So 219, let's pop that in, 219, and let's get crafting. There we go, let that run through. That does seem faster actually with the crafting enchant on. That seems okay. Shouldn't take too long. I'll let that run through. So, doing well so far. We still haven't gone through and done Samadan's crafts yet, so there's still a whole load of stuff to go on that side of things. And we still haven't looked at the 2x4 farm. I'm not sure we'll get the chance to do that with the rate everything's going at the moment. We've still got the Brawl to do. That's definitely on my list, because that's another 5 marks of honour that Earthen's going to very much need. Because that means 2 more rank 3s if we can get them. When you're on Horde, you always use Hold Undercity, no one there. And is the lag fairly decent for that then, I take it? I haven't really sort of visited Undercity before, so it'd be interesting to go to the old one just to see what it's like. I'll have to remember this next time, how much Hardened Tempest Hide I need, and just leave Earthen crafting a whole load of it. As we have a fair amount of Tempest Hide, we should be able to do this fairly easily. May need to look at all these favourites I've got in Leatherworking. Probably don't need all these on at the moment. For Alliance use Shatrath, definitely notice the difference compared to Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Yeah, I mean, they are definitely very much populated two ends of the spectrum, aren't they? It's just, I guess it's a question of convenience and how easily you can get to them, to and from them. I mean, look at the... I can see it up in there in the corner, Mushy, flying away. Wonder what's going to happen when they've got the portal rooms open. Whether there's going to be an increase in population there, because that's another thing to think about, isn't it? Is being able to easily get to all the other places you want to get to. I mean, at the moment I've got my Hearthstone set to the inn here in Boralus. Go to Tannerus, best for the auction house. Interesting. Oh, Oreo's come back. How are you, Oreo? Come back here. You're amazed, so Shatrath isn't an issue. Oh, right. Fair enough. Come on then. You can join the camera. Come this side. There we go. Just get him to settle down now. Right in front of the camera. There's a good boy, Oreo. And he's fallen over. There we are. Zoltek, thank you very much for the follow. We're just making a whole load of hardened tempest hide, so not a lot's going on at the moment, whilst Oreo's enjoying his stroke in front of his camera. We will be going off. Another new mount this week. Excellent. What's this one? I can't quite see it. Looks like a wolf of some sorts. On your warlock, you'll use the garrison for the auction house. Yeah, I mean the garrison's pretty good. Garn Nightowl. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like it's from one of the raids. Is that a Legion raid? You crafted cloth braces for the flip. Oh, fair enough. We're all doing crafting then. I'm just making all this hardened tempest hide. Still nearly done though. I'm glad I got that enchant for it. That certainly made things easier. I think I should have had a different kind of glove though, because that one could easily get scrapped. I guess it's soulbound now, so maybe not. No, just a big world spawn in Draenor. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's cool. So that's all those done. We don't need the task list now. So crafting wise, let's look at all this. Right, we have lots of different sinister gear here. So let's get going on all of this. Drums of Fury, always a good one to do. We did make some sales on those. And then the Greaves, we did sell one of those, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go through and do all of this sinister gear. We'll need to update our list because these are going to be new things, most likely. So we'll just go through those. Good evening, School Shane. Me and the family are doing very, very fine, thank you very much. Not so much drizzly here, but it's a little bit cold. Had fun reading with my daughter earlier, and she did some athletics whilst I drew. I don't know if you saw it on my Twitter or Instagram. I posted up a picture I drew today of Nixium's character from Elder Scrolls Online, which I think went down quite well. That was quite good fun. There we go. Let's make lots of this sinister gear. I will have to do a reload on that first one because it was a multiple, just to fix that little bug. I'll run through that again and then bring up the crafting window straight away so that we can carry on with the multiples. There we go, and we shouldn't have a problem with the rest of them now. Yeah, there it is. Automatically goes through them this time. And our leatherworking should get up to 150 with all of this lot. With any luck. There we go. Need to get back to work. Okay. There's a lot of gear. It is. We're going to have a look. We've had some sales of sinister gear, so we're trying to get the rocket. I probably won't. I haven't done many of the special events for a long while, and I'm not really sort of going to get that. What a long, great journey we've had. Achievement for a long time yet, so it's going to take a while. Voodoo Gaming, love the name. Thank you very much for the sub. It's really kind of you. Using your Prime there. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Here is a whole load of chef's hats. for you to use as you like. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for your support. The Love Rocket can go and die. So many attempts over the many years. Yeah, I know a lot of people are having trouble with it. Just doing the dungeon on all your 110 plus characters. Okay, so you've got to do it on all of those. It's going to take a while. It might be worth a go. You never know. Okay, so we've got all the things we made. Let's just go through into our group. And now we need to add in those. So we did in the crafting, we need to go to the selling side now. So leather wise, all the leather items, which is going to be those ones. Add those in. And swap over to the mail and do all of these ones. Add those in. The arm guards and the greaves should just be on the coarse leather cell ones. This could probably do with being split. I don't like the way this has got them both in here. Coarse leather blues mail. I'm going to add another one in here. Coarse leather. I'm going to call this greens cell times 1. It's something like that. And these have got all the ignore item variants in it, which is all of these. So we're going to add those in. And it did have the operation. What was the operation on that? Average crafting, singles max 5 and 1 of each. So we're going to keep the same operations there. That should work. And then the blues are overridden and they're going to be sent to Samadan. That seems a bit better. I prefer that. Okay. I just pressed a button. What did it do? Okay. Okay, let's go through there and let's do a reload. Then we can sort that one out. Oh, thank you, Meshi. What did I do? What server am I playing on? Because you have minus profit with rank 3 recipes. I am on Shadowsong on the EU. It's twinned with Asuna. It's considered a medium pop by most, I believe. Really nice realm. I've always been on it since vanilla. I don't really know any other realms. It's definitely been fun for me. Alright, let's go through and we should be able to repost those on now. Let's go have a look.
Have anything ancient to trade?
So those are on. Greens sell. Run a post scan. What have we got? And the profit's all right. Cody13, how are you? Been a while since you tuned in. Well, thank you very much for tuning back in. How are you? How much gold have I made in BFA? I would probably guess that I've averaged something between 500 and 750,000 a month, looking at my last month's statistics. So I would probably say, how long has it been out? 6 months. So we're probably looking at about 4 million, a rough guess, I would say. Considering I bought a few WoW tokens in that time, I had to finish off saving up for the Brutosaur mount, which was a decent amount. Just double checking my prices on these before I post them. Yep, they're all fine. Let's get all this lot on, see if we can gain some sales. Because we can afford to do this now that we've got a float of 18,000. So that's really cool. Happy with that. Yeah, very happy with the Brutosaur. Really enjoyed it so far. The journey itself was a lot of fun, having that focus challenge to go for, which is why I'd like to think of another challenge coming up soon, which will be a NA server. Kind of try to start from nothing and see how I can get on from there, and see how long it takes me to get up to earning enough for a token every month. Would be my goal on that one. But in the meantime, let's carry on with Samadan. We've still got lots to do tonight. So let's swap over and check my enchanting. I'm not sure what I can exactly make with what I've got so far. I don't want to spend the rest of the time just making loads and loads of tie spray braces. So I'll make what I can with what I've got. And then we'll look at maybe just going over and doing that Brawl, because that sounds like a lot of fun. So enchanting wise, how's Samadan doing? We've got the nylon thread and stuff from Earthen, so let's take that. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'll keep that sound effect, it's a bit noisy. And then let's check my auctions. How are we doing on that? We've got a few sales here that have come in of Spice Snapper and Seasoned Steak and Potatoes. And let's go have a look on my crafting for the enchanting. So if we were to do a full restock on this now, of just the enchanting, that's a lot of stuff here. Now some of these things, haste and critical strike, we certainly don't have enough of at the moment. To be able to use tokens, you'll have to be sure to set the NA account home in NA. You had to use a VPN to mask your location in the UK to get an EU account that can use a token. Interesting. I was thinking of just having a completely separate NA account, thinking that would work. Hoping I'm having a profitable fun night. I am very much. Thank you very much for your sub. Very much appreciated. Do you happen to have my leatherworking TSM operations available to share? I do have a version of them on my paste bin. It's still work in progress, but you're welcome to take it as it was when I exported it. Paste bin. There we go. There's one there. Have a look on there. Good evening, Seahorse. How are you? Thanks, Submo. You're on Shadowsong NA, are you? Excellent. Right, let's have a look. So, I don't think I'm going to be able to make all of this. Mysterious Essence, Temporal Crystals, lots of Temporal Crystals, lots of Arcana needed. This is the main stuff though, the Pacts. I've got these on 8 and I've run out of them already. So, I can at least probably make one. Or how much do we need? Mainly Gloom Dust we're missing on those. So how many can we make? Let's try. One of those. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like it takes 20 for each of them after that. And everything else is all Gloom Dust, Gloom Dust, Gloom Dust, Gloom Dust. So let's, for time and convenience sake, can we afford to buy some Gloom Dust and still make a profit? Would be the first thing. Easy on NA to get WoW token if you wanted to farm for 4 hours of mining herbing, and you have it. Maybe 6 hours. I mean, that's the thing is, imagine you're fresh into World of Warcraft, you've never played it before, and you've got a level 1 character. What would you do? Could just disenchant a few bracers, couldn't I? Rather than going for the Expulsum route. Yeah, 7 gold for the Gloom Dust is definitely pricey, considering my mat cost is more like 4 gold, 74. Veil crystals are quite pricey, but what I could do, as Mushy said, it was quite a pain and working as intended according to Blizz. Gonna have bad dreams. Just did a Waycrest Manor Mythic 10 for the weekly chest and it was brutal. Wow, congratulations on doing that though. The WoW tokens are only 109k. Yeah, exactly. So it would be an interesting challenge for someone who is new to gold making and wasn't sure what to do and didn't have any resources. What would you do at level 1, and how quickly could you get to a point where you were buying your own tokens out of the money you earned whilst playing? Welcome on your server. Oh, thank you, Danny. Very kind of you. How do I acquire my Veiled Crystals? Just buy them when cheap on the auction house. Exactly that. At the moment, they're currently at 554. I have 320 at the moment with an average purchase price of 538, which is enough for me at the moment. You would use your free 110. Yeah, I mean, that would get you up. But what would you do with that character? And do you get a 110 if you haven't bought BFA? That would be the other thing.
If you find anything
if you
exotic,
just like pay for the subscription, which is like £10, isn't it, for the starter edition. Trying to think of you know, someone just starting out. Flip you can do with leatherworking if the mats are cheap enough with rank 3. Yes, this was mentioned earlier. I have to look into it and look at the numbers. Crafting cost for you is 220. Yeah, I'd have to look at the numbers for that and see if I can do that. No idea if it would do that. You can buy a boost, yeah. You start a tune with nothing, used a free 110 on a new server. Okay. And pretty stack flip BFA mats, that would work as well. Might as well buy the game over a boost if it's starting a new account. Yeah, I probably would, yeah. I'd buy BFA if that was the case. Happiest Fun Rock, how are you? Good evening. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Goes down all, make 120k in 6 hours of farming, Pandaria farms. Yep, I mean, Pandaria would do it, as long as you can sell them. Yeah, as Mushy said, they're not all selling. Make a Druid just run vanilla dungeons for Transmog. Started 3 weeks ago, up to 245k. Interesting. Transmog is typically slow selling, so I probably wouldn't choose that myself as a first port of call. Actually, whilst we're all talking, let's get some braces going. Let's switch to braces. 111. I'm not going to use my numbers on this one because I'm actually going to disenchant them all because I need the gloom dust. So let's just go creating. Let's run through these and check my bag so I've got enough space. We're just going to go through and get some gloom dust this way, or turn it into living steel and watch it not sell. One of the 3 days of my schedule, and just play that account. That's exactly what I was thinking, Danny. Is just keep it limited to a number of hours as well, because it's time as well as opportunities that make it interesting. Canarius, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Tie spray braces to disenchant is good on your server too. Moth ores are great for farming. Yeah, definitely. Good early money is buying and crafting material from the Brutesaw Mount and reselling it. Yeah, I mean that's another thing, isn't it? I wouldn't have access to the Brutesaw Mount though if I start on a fresh NA server, but I'd have to use someone else's. I want to see how much dust it gives. Yeah, I mean we could do a fresh one on here. How many are we going to do? There'll have to be a different spreadsheet for this lot. I'll clear this one out. Herbing some whiptail, also give you some gold fast. Yep, any of the cataclysm stuff is really good for that, isn't it? Cataclysm herbs are definitely cheap. I believe it was 111, so if I stop this on 11, that would mean 100 braces. That should be right. Like that. So that should be 100 braces from the looks of things. There we go. Whiptail itself, I think, yeah, do them both. So, looking at this lot, where's my gloom dust? We need to take that off, and the umbra shards, just so we can clear it. Oh, we don't need to do that, we'll just run in. Swap this in. Come on, Pierre, we can make it.
What can I do for
I'm going to make a separate number for this, because this is going to be different. Where's my reagent bank? So I'm going to pop in my umbra shards and gloom dust. Anything else I need to keep off is separate. There we go.
safe travel?
So this is 100 braces, and we're going to disenchant them all this time rather than scrap them. And we'll have a look at the numbers on this. I'll just do this manually. I could use TSM destroying for this, but it tends to bug out with large numbers, so I'm just going to do this manually as it's easy enough. 1989, how are you? Weekend has been very good, thank you very much. Lots of good time with the family. and now we're enjoying chilling with some World of Warcraft. Trying to do this tomb with no professions and see how much you can make. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I love professions, so I probably wouldn't do that one myself. Yeah, do anything that's fun. I would definitely recommend that. You're forgetting your Kata stuff. It's been so long. Why is Whiptail selling so well? What's it being used for? I think people just don't bother getting it, is the main thing. The reason I'm going to disenchant everything this time is because I'm in a complete need of gloom dust at this point, and so I'm going to go through and just disenchant all of these because I'm getting good numbers on the gloom dust here, and because my enchants are selling so well, I'm literally just going to go through and do all of these. Treasure hunting potion. Yeah, I can't remember about the treasure hunting one. The Vial of the Sands, yeah, that's what it is used for, isn't it? And then there's the underwater one. Is it Ashara's Veil? That's another one that's got a high price on it. Really good to do as a druid. You have 40 million gold on your main server. This is just something new for you to have fun with. Exactly. If it's fun, then by all means definitely do it. So we're getting a good amount of gloom dust here. This is what we want, because I'm just so low on gloom dust at the moment. In order to be able to get a decent amount, this is the cheapest way I can think of doing it. Disenchant value is currently saying 35 gold. Crafting cost is saying 27 gold. So this is a positive direction for these. Still though, urban mining's the way to go. Personally like it a lot. I love fishing as well. Fishing's good fun. I've only got one gloom dust there. Yeah, the thing with it's interesting because different people find different things fun. And obviously a lot of people like farming, a lot of people like collecting all the things, a lot of people like crafting, a lot of people like flipping BOEs. There's so many different things you can do in the game, and that's just in making gold. I mean, there's also the raiding, the Mythic Plus stuff, all the PvP. I like everything. Yeah. If I had all the time in the world, then yes, I would be doing... There'd be so much I'd be doing. I feel like I just barely scratched the surface with World of Warcraft with the limited playtime I do have. You like herbing whilst watching something on Netflix? Yeah, that's pretty cool. A friend of mine only flips the auction house daily. Has made over 700 million gold. Says he's going for 1 billion before the next big patch. That's a nice thing to do. And that's just flipping. Wow. That's why you chuckle when people say there's nothing to do in WoW. Absolutely. There's so much to do, and it's so different. There's always something to do. And because I missed a few expansions, I still want to go back and try those out. I guess the thing with flipping is what makes it good is, so long as you've got the capital, is it doesn't require a lot of time, really. You're making decisions and you're turning one thing into another quite quickly. Do all the things, and after 14 years at 47%, and you have quite a lot of time as well, Mushy. That's amazing. What level are my toons now? I only have really Samadan at 120, Earthen's the next one at 112, Awakening's at 110, and then my Death Knight's in the 80s somewhere. But now you're really hunting the items. Yeah. Changes the focus, doesn't it? Haven't come up with anything you need more gold for that you can't afford. Yeah, exactly. Once you've got that much, once you get to 75%, that's a good target to go for. All the old world maps. Yeah, that's something I would like to do, is get all the profession things that I can, that I'm missing. Thought you were doing pretty good on collections. 753 pets, 307 mounts, wow. And then you downloaded all the things, yeah. I have, if it makes you feel any better, Mysteria, I have 36 mounts, so I wouldn't worry too much. Go farm Saranite and Sholazar Basin because you can basically do the routine blindfolded and structured activity with steady stream of something good happening. That's a nice thing to do, Happiest. Something to just focus your mind. Sounds good. Who is the richest person in WoW? I reckon Hecons is up there as one of the rich ones, I would say. Some of the old world recipes are worth getting. Sold leatherworking chest from Vanilla for 18k for yesterday. Very nice. Yeah, I would like to get the enchanting tomes that I haven't got. The two ones that I'm missing, the Pandaria one and the Deepholm one. PvP is bright red on your spreadsheet. Yeah, you don't like PvP so much, do you, Mushy? Right, okay, that's all done. My gloom dust. And look at how much gloom dust we got. We got 614 gloom dust in that lot of 100 braces and 21 umbra shards. That's a decent amount if you need a lot of gloom dust quickly. It's just to disenchant all your braces. So in terms of my crafting of everything, I'm still probably missing a fair amount here. What do we need in our gathering window? Arcana, Temporal Crystal and Umbra Shards. We still need 76 of these. That's the main problem. It moves too much. Okay. Still want your miner's hat. Yeah, that's a rare one, of course. Anything in the game you dislike as much as you dislike PvP. That's fair enough. Suggest a way to go about all past expansion items. You have almost a full bank of, I'm not sure if to get rid of it. I don't know what to do with those. Is there a market for them? PvP World Quests were nice actually. That was good. Old World food can be removed for 99% of the time. Yeah, that's a shame. It's a real shame about the food. I wish there was some way of being able to reuse it, because a lot of time, investment and fun goes into making all that different food. Yeah, just seems like too much gold. I believe we'll be getting bored at that point. Yeah, who had... Yeah, I mean, I guess once you get the gold and you've got a lot of balance, then you are going to be stuck slightly. Mysterious Essence we need. Arcana, we could probably buy that. Let's go have a look at that. Let's see if we can get all this done. I'm just quickly running out of time, so let's do what I can do. Master of Ways titles, depending on your server. Except the Pandaria Vegetables. I haven't tried those. I'll have to give those a try. Okay, so we've got that, we've got that. What was that looking for? Arcana. Legion Enchanting mats. Let's have a look. Yeah, 89 silver, that's cheap. Average purchase price of 1 gold, 80. I'll take that up, thank you very much. I'll even take that at 1 gold, just in case. 1 gold 52 is a little bit high. I'll just take that one. What else did we need? Let me just bring up my task list. Open task list. This is for enchanting. That's gone, that gone. So Arcana, we got a load of that. Umbra Shards we're missing on. Mysterious Essence we can do. We can do that with the Ethereal Shatter. Do that 3 times. That gets me that. And then we can open the mail on that. I don't think I have much in the way of garrison to get me those temporal crystals. Another 19 I need from that point of view. I'll take those. There we go. When I was going for the 5 million gold challenge, were you paying for game time? I had already no, I'd already prepaid with WoW tokens already. So I think I had up till about a month after BFA released in tokens, and then as soon as I bought the Brutosaur mount, I had to get another 6 months of game time pretty quickly. Here's the So Itchy. You think you get summer soon? Really, Mushy? Interesting. Right, okay, so temporal crystals. Do I bother with these Umbra shards? Let's just craft what I can. Let's have a look. Because I want to go off and do that Brawl. I'm not going to be able to do everything here. So let's prioritise. Okay, so looking at these, I want these ones done, at least. Because these are the good ones. Let's get a deadly one in as well. And then the Pact of Versatility as well. There we go. Pact of Critical Strike, we should have get a few of those going. And also Pact of... Oops, wrong one. Didn't mean that one. I meant that one. Or that one. Have we run out of Umbra shards on those? Looks like we have. Okay, so let's do what we can on everything else. That's Herbalism. Actually, we should be able to do that then. If we've got enough Umbra shards on those. That we can do. Mysterious Essence we can do. Glorious Stats we can do. What does that leave me with? Windsong, want to do that. That's all Gloom Dust. So that leaves me with Temporal Crystal, can't do that one. These I can't do. None of those I can do. Okay, and that just leaves me with those, which it says I can do, which is weird because the others were missing Gloom Dust. Maybe it's because it's just a few of those. There we are. How are we doing on our bags? We still have a lot of Gloom Dust though. So let's maybe just try a quick reload and see if that works through. See if we can get something like that. I don't know if Darkmoon Fish are considered old world, but those are nice for the sugar crusted feast, especially for weeks with the grievous fixtures. I haven't had any luck with those. I did try selling them once. I hate winter. I hate it being dark. Exactly. Lazy Titana, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Those fish sell for 75 gold each on your server. That's pretty nice. And the sugar crusted feast for 530, while the fish are 59 each. Very nice. Doing very well. Excellent. Good to hear it. We're just going through trying to craft what we can with our enchants. There's a few things still missing here. Let's try and reduce these down a little bit. Can we get any of these at all? Because this should be correct. Enchanting Valor, Gloom Dust. Oh, it's the Umbra shards we're missing. That's why, of course. And these are all Umbra shards, which we can't do. But the Gloom Dust we can. Okay, so we're missing Umbra shards for the rest of these. So we still need to get as many blues as we can. But I'm going to leave that for now, because we'll at least have some things on. And I want to go over and do that Brawl before it gets too late. So let's just go across and post this lot on. Get this lot going. IG Preston, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Margins are worse for the larger server you play on, but on the tiny one, Darkmoon Fish is pretty much printing you money. Well, excellent. As long as you've got the demand for it, then keep on selling. That's pretty good going. Right, let's just move this up a little bit so we can see it all. So these are the ones that I want to invest my time in most. The 3,000 and the 4,000 ones. Pact of Haste, Pact of Versatility, and the navigations, versatile navigations. These are the ones I want to get on, so let's get those on. At least we can get some sales for those, and then at another point I'm going to have to make a load more braces.
If you find anything
I haven't checked actually tie spray prices tonight. Let's just quickly check that before we go over. So let's go over to BFA mats for tailoring. have a look at these. The Chatterlack, how are you? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yep, things are expensive still. Tide spray is at 8 gold 59, and nylon thread's cheap though at 32 silver. I'll take some of that. Just a few. Anything under 50 is good for me. Take those. Thank you very much. But I'm not sure what to do with these. These have been consistently high for a while now. My Tide spray linen is going to run out. I'm down to 7,000. So how much is there on at this price? Let's have a look. There's something there for 33 copper. Let's just bid on that just in case. But looking at that, yeah, going up to 64 gold here. There's not a lot on. So we're definitely going to have to do something here. But first off, let's look at this Brawl. What is it? Shift J. Deepwind Dunk. Race to claim the balls from the map. Score points for your enemy's basket. And you get the Brawler's Footlocker for that, which will also give us 5 marks of honour, which we definitely need. So we'll accept that. And then in order to start that, let's jump in the group finder, PvP, Brawl, Deepwind Dunk. Let's join the battle on this one. See how we get on with that. There we are. A lot of the force spawn farms that drop Tide spray have been nerfed now, along with the demand from the new raid tier driving the price up a bit. It does seem to be like that Nastal. I would like to try one of the 2x4 farms, see if it does still yield results. Hookwind Point appears to be the place. I'd have to go over and have a look. Let's go over that direction anyway whilst we're thinking about it. And half our way over. Just to have a look. No, I don't think that was you, Mushy. Okay, let's go have a look. There's another one over here. Or is that... No, that's different actually. Okay, let's have a look. Look down on the mailbox, you train properly. Right, let's go do the hand in whilst we're over this direction. Let's go have a look where we're at. Have we got anything worthwhile? Oh, we do have a Champions of Azeroth. I definitely want that because I'm so close to getting that. So that will be definitely worthwhile. Start that mission. Battle-scarred augment runes sell quite well, and we're at 200%, so that's worth doing for some gold, because you get a fair few of those. You get 4, and then the bonus is 3, so you get 7 of those, and at 400 gold a piece, that's a nice amount. So for 100 wall resources, definitely worth doing. Leave the rest. Do we need to recruit anyone whilst we're waiting? Let's get a few more going. There we go. And then obviously the turn-ins are happening at the moment. But we're going to just see how we're doing with the Brawl at the moment. How we're doing. Average time is 4 minutes. Okay. What's the name of my mission table add-on? It's called Garrison Mission Manager. It's this one over here. This one, Garrison Mission Manager. So it does both the Garrison and the Legion, as well as the BFA one. Ruggerless, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Have I completed the war campaign on the boat? No, I haven't actually. I've still got the last one to do, I think. This one with Matthias Shaw. Buckshoto 13, thank you very much for the follow. We need to go through, where am I at on my quest? Let's look at the map. So, continue the campaign by accepting the quest, The Calm Before in Borealis. I need to do that one. Don't understand people posting stuff in the auction for less than the vendor price. You just bought 200 gems like that. Little profit, but you can't help it. I was thinking that actually, Gorgle, for my new challenge when I start it, is that would be a way of just going in and you go and do the vendor search. It's so easy on TSM to do it. and just look for a vendor search here, and look for exactly like that, things that are below vendor price. Yeah, I'll have to do that soon, because I'll probably need it for Pathfinder, won't I? Yeah, so I've only got one thing here. These are what are these? What do these vendor for? Vendor sell for 250, so it's only a 2 silver profit per item. It's not a lot, but you know, like you said, it does mount up when you got 200 of them. Do I want to keep that? I don't even know what it's for. Sell when it's a turn-in item. Yeah. Sell the low quality gems for less than the vendor. Was that a turn-in item, was it? Let's have a quick look again. This one. I mean, I won't buy it now because it'll just end up staying in my bank and I'll forget about it. But it's an interesting one, nonetheless. If you get too many, you can always vendor it. It's a possible one. Ah, right, okay. Right, how are we doing with this queue? 4 minutes. We should have it pop at any point, so... Oh. There we go, and it's popped. Let's go join in this one. So, okay. It's basketball, you say? Have we started already? Or are we just here? No, we're just starting up. 2 battle, ready for turn, something different. PvP Brawl 1. Win a PvP Brawl. That's not that one though, is it? Shift J. Start quest. Did I do that one? No, this is this one. Win a PvP Brawl, something different. Okay. Right, I'm with you on that one. There we go, everyone's done. I've got no idea what we've got to do here. Alright, got a minute left. Let's just reorganise things. Shift M for the map. That way we can see things. Oreo's kind of in sight. He's just off to the side. Visibility wise, let's zoom on out. See if we can see everything. Probably need to mount on up. So this is just regular ones, isn't it? Or is this the basket? Bases, gold. Interesting. Okay. What have you got healer wise? 3 healers. Couple of 3 tanks. And what does the chat say? Zone defense. Because Alliance sucks. Balls to Oscar. Okay, I've got no idea what this is. Let's go have a look. That's the basket that Hall dunked the ball into. Okay. Right, let's stick with everyone. Let's stay as one. Stay together. I'm going to join in with this lot. Might as well try. Trying to remember my PvP-ness. And then what do we do? Does someone grab this? And then we protect them. Let's select them up. Give you a shield. Now what happens? Surely we need to head on over to their horde side over here. One would assume. I'll run protection. Keep this person selected. Whatever you need to do. Oh, there's someone over there. Let's see if we can help them out. There's a lot of them around. Okay. shield up. Dot everyone if we can. Oh, press the wrong button. Got a window popping up on my side now. That's a lot of different things popping out there. Not sure if I can help everyone on that one. Let's just shield up, shield up. Alright, sticking with you, whatever you're supposed to do with that ball, I imagine put it on over in that place over there. I'm sticking with you, it seems like the right place, the right thing to do anyway. There we go, at least a couple of those going. Moon fired on myself though, so let's just shield up people on that side. Got lots of horde coming in here, so let's just run in and get that going, and then a schism and smite a few. Then try and dot people down. Got disorientated. Can't break out of that one, unfortunately. Let's see if I can help you out. There we are, shields up on you. Shadow Man, shields up on you. It just seems like chaos. And we have 15 gold and they have 670 gold. So this is not a good position to be in, really. Looks like people are leaving the battle as well, which doesn't really help. So this is going to be terrible. I think we're going to lose this one, from the look of things. Okay, Mushy, thank you very much. Yeah, or I'm not sure we're going to actually get this in time, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do. Let's not give up, though. Let's see if we can help out. Too many people. Got feared, unfortunately. Yep, and that's a lot of horde. Just going to shield myself through this. Release spirit, yeah, that's not going to work. A farm for leatherworking, there's world quest, easy farm without killing. Oh, interesting. What's the farm? Or rather, what's the world quest? Let's get our chef's hat on. Need to make sure we're wearing this. We're all scattered around and they're just picking us off really easily at the moment. So I definitely think we're going to lose this one. I think they've got us well and truly done on this one. Yeah, just release that one. You went in 5 times between 2 characters in Alliance and didn't come close. Went in once with your Horde and got the victory. Oh really? Okay. Yeah, we're very unorganised on this, I can see. So getting these 5 marks of honour may prove to be quite tricky. Which is a shame. It looks like it could be fun if you've got a balanced set of people. Let's see what I can do though. I mean, they've completely dominated us over here. Try and line myself over here. There's camping the graveyard now, so we're definitely it's definitely over. Let's see how it gets on. And we lost. Not surprising. Okay, damage done, healing done, 678k, 782. Okay, well, we didn't do that one, so unfortunately I haven't got time to do another one, unfortunately. I'll have to make sure I allow a bit more time for that next and do something decent on that. But that could be interesting. Let's just take ourselves off the mount for the moment. Right, okay, well, that was fun. Some more experience needed on that front. At least we got our enchants done and our leatherworking done. That was the main thing. So I think I'm going to probably have to finish it up there as it's getting close to midnight and I've got to get up for work tomorrow. My next on is going to be on Wednesday. So let's have a look, see if there's anyone on we can throw a host on over to. Who is on and who... Everyone's playing Apex Legends again. Seems to be the new thing. No, I can't see anyone on at the moment, so we'll finish it up there. But thank you everyone, thank you all for hanging out tonight. Really enjoyed your company. So I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday, when we shall be returning with more gold making. We'll see what I can earn between now and then. Until next time, have a lovely weekend, happy gold making, and I'll see you very soon. Good night, and farewell.